Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Oralu, chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask, Fear, the deathbed companion, the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring and become the Elden Lord.
Ahoy, me hearties, and welcome aboard the Nightingale. My name is Alistair, and I will be your captain as we begin our journey through Elden Ring. A couple things right off the bat. First and foremost, I apologize for the extreme gap in uploads. My computer just died on me, so I needed to get that replaced, and that took a while, and then everything with the holiday times, there was just a lot going on, but finally passed all that, and got my new computer, it's up and running, so yeah, hopefully be able to get back to recording and continue it for a while. So yeah, Elden Ring. I'm a huge fan of the FromSoft games. I won't claim to be amazing at them, but I do okay. So we'll see how this goes for this playthrough. If you guys enjoy watching it, you know, obviously it's an incredibly long game, but we'll see what happens. Also want to say, you know, the biggest danger with these kind of games, everybody thinks they have the correct way to play. And maybe you do for your particular playstyle. So I guarantee my playstyle is not going to be what you want it to be. Everybody has their own ideas of, well, you need to use this, or do this, or this is the best strategy. the best strategy is just whatever works for you personally. That's kind of the beauty of these kind of games. So, hopefully that won't annoy a bunch of you, and, we'll see what happens. But anyway, so set up some, group passwords here. Uh, so, that one's specifically for, that was the one I created for my community, for lack of a better word. Not that there's that many of you, but hey, maybe. Um, so group passwords for Elden Ring are cool if you're not familiar with them. Basically, you'll see more messages and bloodstains and the like from the people who are using the same group password. You'll also get a temporary buff every time somebody in one of your groups defeats Shard Bearer or becomes Elden Lord by beating the game. So it's kind of a cool thing. So there's three of them that I generally use. Bear Trap being the one I created for mine, and the others just based off of two other communities that I really like. Oxbox is for outside Xbox slash outside extra. Really enjoy their content, and then I believe it's all lowercase. Damsels for Playframe and or well, I guess technically a collaboration between Playframe and Cause I'm Dan Jones. So it's Dan Floyd and Dan Jones that do a lot of stuff. Uh, it's kind of funny. I found their playthrough of Bloodborne because that is my favorite game to ever exist. Uh, and watching through their content and learning more about Playframe and everything, that's why I do YouTube. That's what finally gave me the push. Uh, so yeah, I don't know why I'm going on about that, but I feel like I'm going to be rambling today. So, alright, and in typical Souls fashion, right into it. And I'm dead already. Oh well. I've never beaten that guy first time, but, you know, again, in Souls fashion, it's a supposed to lose fight. So I went with the bandit class. So I want to try a like a dexterous blood loss playthrough. I thought that would be kind of fun. Because generally with the Souls games, I usually like to go, strong weapons, kind of tanky. Um, so with the exception of Bloodborne, I've never really done a dexterous playthrough. So we're gonna try that. Hello.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
All right. Forgot how many cutscenes were in the beginning of this game. Yay. Alright. To the tutorial cave we go. Not that I need a tutorial on how to play this game, but I do enjoy just kind of going through here. Getting some extra runes in the beginning. So for anybody who might be confused at some of the prompts that are popping up, my first time playing this game, I immediately remapped controls. I swapped A and Y around, because I found I was interacting with things a lot more often than I was jumping. So, yeah. So that's why, you know, A is my interact button instead of Y. It just felt a lot more natural to me to pick things up with A and jump with Y. So obviously, as I'm kind of, you know, just running through here, I have played this game before. I've beaten it a couple of times. So, you know, not going to be a blind playthrough, and I'm going to try to remember as I'm playing through this that not everybody will have played it before, so, you know, I'll try and explain things a bit more. And not just, like, gloss over things. And also, so nobody worries, I am going to be getting back to the Resident Evil 4 DLC here at some point. The reason that's not the first video I'm going to be uploading on my return is I did have one other one finished recording before my computer exploded. And just in the time that it took me to get a new computer, I didn't want to just toss up, you know, my first video having no explanation of why I was gone. I mean, when my computer first died, I put a message on Twitter about it, or X, or whatever the hell we're supposed to be calling it now. But, obviously not everybody uses that, which is completely fine. I never thought it'd be something I'd use, but it's helped me grow my community to where it is now. So, I think that's where I found, or where a lot of you found me, I should say. So, you know, but... Best feature that they added to this game, in my opinion, was the guard countering. It's so good. I never got the hang of parrying in Dark Souls. You know, it was a lot easier in Bloodborne. But I don't know, so parry was just never something that I used, but the guard counters in this one are just stupid easy to pull off. Yay, Grace Fire. Alright. So I've got an extra golden seed, because that was what I used for my starting gift. I don't plan to use any magic during this playthrough, so I don't think I need the Cerulean Tears at any point. I mean, you know, I might dip into magic a little bit. Generally, I do, but since I'm going with more of a dex build, I figure for a ranged option, it'd be better to have a bow. Oh, there's a crossbow you can get mid to late game. I don't remember exactly where you get it, but I really like, because it's a 3-round burst crossbow, and I find that can be very useful for quickly applying status effects. Let's talk to this pleasant fellow.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we?
Yes.
Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Hmm? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
Oh, thanks.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me, Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you tarnished to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave. Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly, to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godric the Grafted. It's time you set off, I should think, to Castle Stormvale on the cliff, where Grace would guide you, if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
Alright, I think that's all his dialogue.
Yep. If you seek...
Yeah. Yay, small golden effigy. The summoning pools were another cool feature that they added in here, so you don't have to just hope that somebody has a summon sign outside your particular boss fight that you're looking for some help with. You know, it's just a large area, which is real nice. Gonna avoid that guy for a while. Obviously, being an open world game, there were field bosses, which is, again, really cool. And sorry if this is annoying to anybody who's, you know, obviously this game has been out for a while now, and if people are like, well, yeah, obviously, you know, but there might be some people here who, just don't know. So, you know, that's a big thing that I found with the Soulsborne games, is that, a lot of people want to experience them, but they don't want to play them, because it's not their type of game. So, you know, they're able to experience them secondhand through content creation like this, so. Hey, Santa.
You're a tarnished. I can see it. But I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
Tell me
I am
about yourself.
of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
What do you recommend?
You know, if you can spare the runes, you should buy yourself a crafting kit. A crafting kit allows you to make basic items on your own. Essential, really, if you intend to survive out here for any duration. The kit costs a bundle, and I admit I do take my cut. But the important thing is that you survive. Every customer counts, after all.
Fair enough. We will buy that immediately. Because, yeah, it's incredibly useful.
I'm glad you took my warning to heart. You've made an excellent choice.
Oh, thanks. Alright. Moving on. So, provided that we do a full playthrough of this, I will try and show as much of the content as I can. There might be some kind of things that I might do off-screen, you know, like doing some grinding, or, you know, maybe a less interesting dungeon or two, but, oh no, we'll see how it goes. Hey, got some bolts. Excellent. It's gonna be weird. This dagger is not super great. Oh yeah, sneaking. That's a thing that is in this game now too. Something from some of the mechanics from Sekiro, which I have some very interesting opinions on the Soulsborne saga and Souls-likes. I have not played Sekiro as of yet. I plan to eventually. Uh, and yeah, it is a FromSoft game. I don't really consider it to be a Soulsborne, though. I think that there are some very specific things that make a game a Souls-like, and I feel like that's a tag that a lot of people throw around nowadays that is kind of making it lose some of its meaning. Because it seems like any game that's just, like, hard, or has any kind of stamina management for combat now, people are just like, oh, it's a Dark Souls game, you know, it's a Souls-like, and to me, that's just not what makes a Souls game. You know, I feel that the biggest thing for Souls games is the world and the atmosphere and the unique brand of storytelling through more of environmental storytelling. You know, it's like, for most of these games, you know, the entirety of the story is wrapped behind what people can see and item descriptions. You're not going to find a huge amount of people that are just going to drop exposition on you. And I don't know, I might feel different after I've played Sekiro, but I don't know, you know, or Sekiro, I don't know what the proper way to pronounce it is, but, you know, to me, that one's about a character. You know, it has a very clearly defined story, from what I understand. I could be wrong. But, I don't know, you know, it's just... To me, it doesn't fit into the same formula as the Dark Souls series, and Bloodborne, and now Elden Ring. But, I don't know. It does annoy me when people say things like, oh, well, this game is hard, so it's a Souls-like. That just gets on my nerves. There aren't very many games outside of FromSoft games that manage to capture what an actual Souls-like is. For ones I've experienced, Hollow Knight is about one of the few that actually manages to pull it off. Again, just my opinions, and I'm sure that it'll piss some people off, but, you know, to each their own. Hello, weird ghost lady.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the Two Fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
Wish everyone would stop saying that.
I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd tree.
Sure, why not?
Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring.
Yay!
Use it to traverse great distances.
I will.
It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Alright, will do.
Shall I turn your runes to strength? Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment. Share them with me.
Alright,
Your
so...
thoughts. Your ambitions.
some more tanks. Alright. I didn't mean to get up. I generally don't like going about this game at night unless I'm looking for specific things. I hate fighting the bats in this game. They annoy the crap out of me, and they mostly only appear at night. But there's also some field bosses that only show up at night, and I'm certainly not ready to deal with any of them. So you see how this has, it's the circle around it and the dashes there. That means that this message was left by somebody in my 3rd group password setting. So somebody in the Damsels community has left this message here. Oh, I forgot to leave my usual message. A thing that I do normally in this game is in the Chapel of Anticipation, the first area of the game. Usually when I get out on that wooden bridge, I usually leave an encouraging message, because it gets rated a lot. Whether people are annoyed or happy by it, either way, it doesn't really matter. But when your message gets rated in these games, you get some healing. So it can be just some nice kind of random, occasional, extra healing, which is nice. So, I guess at some point I'll need to go back and do that again. Alright, time to immediately backtrack. Oh, I picked up that, ooh, a 16 strength to use that, damn. Alright, well that'll be a while. Yay, bones. This dagger's not that great. So I wonder how this is going to go for, going through any of these. You know, it occurs to me, to make things a bit easier to see, there's something that I should do first. Provided that I can. So anybody familiar with my channel knows that I'm not the biggest fan of editing. I very rarely do any of it. This series might end up proving that a little bit different. But, okay, let's see here. That there for pouch, and let's summon Torrent. Yay! Goat horse friend. That's probably something that'll annoy people about my playing of this game. I don't care for mounted combat. In fact, in a lot of games, I just don't even care for using mouse. But I will generally use torrent for traversal and whatnot in this game. I played these games for this game for an embarrassingly long time before I realized that there were chests here. See, can I use that? I know that has blood loss buildup. I'm not that terribly far off from being able to, so that's cool. Alright, grab this grace and then move on. Should probably look at the map too. So, again, for those who haven't played, this game is huge. It already looks like this map is big, but that's like one of like, what, 6 or 7 equally sized zones? I don't know, there's a lot. Hello, lightning. I'm stealing your plants. I don't know if I will ever craft with them, but I'm taking them anyway. And magic horse jump. Whee! I'm so grateful that that jump is there, because I hate going through that early game canyon there by the Gatefront Ruins, where I met Melina. Because there's one of these guys that jumps down at you, and it's just... it's an annoyingly difficult place for early game. And this kind of lets you just bypass that. Again, uniqueness of an open world Souls game. Alright. Hello.
I've seen you before. Name's Bernard. Tarnished, just like you. Let me ask you something. Are you here in the lands between to take up the fight? Does your faith in the guidance of grace hold firm, despite the collapse of the Golden Order?
Let's say yes, because I definitely know what all those things are.
Yes, you're the Tarnished through and through. Takes me back. But that's a quality needed now more than ever. Any interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts? All I know is the sword. Picked up a fair few tricks in my time, too. Now's the time to pass them on. To a good and proper Tarnished, like you.
So this was another cool thing that this game added, was the different battle arts, being able to customize those and put them on your weapons as you wish. That was a really cool addition.
There's a myriad of battle arts in these lands that I've yet to discover. Mementos of all the warriors who raised their arms in battle, lost and died. A fine tale, all told, of true chivalric romance. That's how I fell in love with the sword, and the arts of combat. It grants meaning even to falling in battle, to death itself. Not
Good chat.
floating your boat, eh?
But not right now.
Well, there's no rush. Knowledge of the arts can wait another day.
Fair enough. So, something else that I've gotten used to with this game is these tags. I like leaving those to mark areas where there's still bosses that I need to fight. And I'm actually leaving one right here. Because if you come back to this shack at night, there's a good chance that he will be gone, and there will be a really difficult guy called a ball-bearing hunter. Or at least really difficult in my opinion. You know, everybody has different opinions on what is and is not difficult in these games. And I think there's very few that people have a consensus on. If it's like, yes, this is a difficult boss, or, you know, that everybody agrees, or everybody agrees this is an easy boss. You know, Ornstein and Smo, or the Bed of Chaos, for instance. Well, actually, I don't know if you can call the Bed of Chaos difficult. I think tedious is a better word for that boss. Let's meet another friend.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads taken. Taken and stuck to the spider. Did you know, if you're grafted by the spider, you become a chrysalid? It's quite a lark when you think about it.
Yay, a new emotion. Or emote.
You're
Gesture.
on your own, are
There we go.
you? And heading to Stormvale Castle, enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose. Oh, you've come to be one with the spider?
Definitely not.
Well, that makes us two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off, or legs, or your head.
Oh, is it?
I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven.
Now that's the highest level of peer pressure, to be pushed into, you know, it's like, well, everyone's getting their limbs severed and stuck to a spider.
Oh, I know.
Ugh,
Can you take this little one along with you?
absolutely.
The poor thing deserves someone braver than myself. And the spirits look rather fondly upon you. It'll be glad of your company, I think, the little one.
Alright, cool, thank you.
It
Anything
was a
else?
pleasure to see you. Oh, can you pass on a message for me? If you see the little chrysalids in Stormvale Castle, tell them I love them. And that, despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining their club soon enough. I'm finally getting the hang of this whole pain thing, you know?
This was a really weird conversation. Good to meet you, thanks for the spirit. I need to fast travel back really quick, so I don't miss this interaction. Which apparently is something that a lot of people miss.
This way, Tarnished. May I have a word?
Absolutely. Hello.
A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished. I am the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent.
Yes, I can call the spectral steed.
Ah, as I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee by Torrent's former master.
Spirit calling bell and lone wolf ashes. Huzzah!
'Tis a bell for calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly, as they recall battles past. Now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest.
Cool, thanks. I appreciate that.
Forgive mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
I guess we'll find out. See you later! So yeah, I guess that's an interaction that a lot of people have missed. But, having that bell means that I can now use these ashes. The ashes were another really cool thing, because they were basically like NPC summons that you could use more often. I wish you could use them at any point. There's like specific designated areas that you can use them, but it would have been really cool to be able to make, like, a summoner build, you know? But, oh well.
Wait, weren't you... Well, you're back. Care to buy something?
And, you know, that conversation there with Rena is something that I wish was explained a little bit more. So I'll read that. Because, you know, it's like,
Goodbye.
she gives you that bell because she's seen you on Torrent. And, you know, says that she was entrusted with that bell by Torrent's former master. One would assume that would be our finger maiden, Melina. But I don't know, that connection is never talked about to my knowledge.
This tiny golden aura is the grace of the Earth Tree. This light once shone in the eyes of your tarnished brethren, but now it is all that guides you. Or so I hear. You can see them, can't you? The rays of grace that guide you through your burden. Upon the cliff in Castle Stormvale is a shard bearer, a demigod, who inherited a fragment of the shattered Elden ring. If the rays of grace signal the castle, then the Elden ring beckons you. As an ally by pact, I pray that you are fit to face the challenge presented by the ring.
We shall see. So I'm not heading to the castle right now. That's going to be a long ways off. But I'm heading up near it. There's an item that I usually like to get about as early in the game as I possibly can. And normally I go through a few of the early game dungeons first. But I figure in this case it'll be good to have it early. Because it can... to make sure that everybody watching this video will actually be able to see it. So I'm going to get the belt lantern. There's a merchant early in the next area north of where you start in Liurnia of the Lakes that sells that. Hello, little dung beetle. Wait, come back. I want the thing that you have that I'll probably never use. But I always collect things and I can't help myself. So yeah, if you take this path, you can just kind of avoid Castle Stormvale and get to Liurnia of the Lakes much earlier than you normally would. Hello, wolves. Goodbye, wolves. Alright. And so now we've reached here, which is going to, unfortunately, detour me, because, I'm gonna rest at this point of grace. Well, actually, I guess I don't need to right at this exact moment. Yeah, that'll save some time if I don't. So, that's a funny shadow. Oh, there we go. Run in here and grab the item. There's an NPC here that, we'll come back and talk to a little bit later. But reaching the point where I should probably wrap this episode up here fairly soon, so I want to be able to go and get the item that I want. There's really only one major roadblock in my way, and that is this camp. Okay, so you see that little gate symbol that just appeared on the left side of my screen right above where it says Buckler Parry? That will tell you that you can summon Ash. So now I've got this jellyfish. Which, for those who don't do any kind of item reading, may not know, she actually has a name. Her name is Aurelia. Oh boy. There we go. Block. Break your poise. So obviously, with how long it's taking to kill these guys, I'm not supposed to be in this area yet. But, we won't be remaining for too terribly long. Hi there. Yeah, come fight me over here so I can, backstab your boss. I never used Aurelia, our spirit jellyfish here, that much in my first couple of playthroughs. But I've since learned that she is actually really useful. She's very tanky, and her attacks cause poison buildup, which can be very useful. At least until you get one of the more powerful summons, you know, like the Banished Knights or whatnot. You know, or, most people's favorite is the Mimic tier. Hey, that wasn't nice. Why would you do that? I think these are Cuckoo Knights. Yes. Cool. Alright. And Aurelia just disappeared there because we've cleared this area. So it's like that's kind of what I mean by, you know, I wish that, the summoning could be done elsewhere, you know, because it's like, I'd still like to kind of have her with me for a while. I think that'd be kind of cool. But, oh well. Alright, so this is the merchant that I was looking for. Oop, grab these flowers. Like the grace. And there's a somewhat useful item there above him, so I'm going to grab that really quick. Nothing like a double jumping magic horse, huh? Why is it not letting me get off? There we go. Yay, a sacrificial twig. So that'll let me keep my runes in case I die. But only once.
You're new around here.
Yes.
Surprised you found me in my little nook.
You're kind of in the open.
No matter. Your money's as good as anyone else's.
Excellent.
Why don't you take a look at my wares?
I will.
Oh, but don't ask me how I got my hands on them, eh?
Well, that seems suspicious, but okay. Alright, there it is. Okay, so I need 18. Okay, cool. So I'll just, sell one of these. And boom. Got the belt lantern. So, excellent. Let's see, pop that on there. Sweet. Alright. So, last thing that I'll do is just take care of this little interaction. Hello.
Forgive me. I've been testing you to determine if the Elden Ring would truly have you, if you had the mettle to endure this long and arduous path. It seems my worries were unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very start.
Well, good.
Whereas I merely pretended. There is but one other thing I can do to offer you guidance. I can take you to the Round Table Hold, gathering place of tarnished champions, guided by grace.
I don't even know why it gives you a prompt there, because you have no other option.
Very well. Let my hand rest upon you for but a moment.
Yay, round table hold. And wait for people to spawn in. And let's talk to a lot of people.
Oh, this is a rare occasion. I can't remember the last time a new Tarnished made their way to the round table. Very well. As your senior, I bid you welcome. It is safe here. You may let down your guard.
So this is one of the guys that we saw in the intro cutscene.
Allow me a word of advice. As your senior, you are a mere visitor to the round table. Nothing more. A house guest. Yet to earn their keep. Remember your place, newcomer.
Good to meet you, too. And here's the girl that we met before.
Greetings. Nice to see you again. My name is Roderica. I should have told you sooner. Isn't this place impressive, though? The Round Table Hold, covert quarters of the Two Fingers, and gathering place of champions who vie to become Elden Lord. I never knew the guidance bestowed upon us Tarnished had such fantastic roots, although it's all a bit much for me, in truth. I'm still looking for my own purpose.
Aren't we all?
It's all a bit much for me. I'm still...
Ah, hello. You must be new here. Well, just call me Dialos. The honor of one's house holds little import in these lands. By the way, have you met a young woman named Lanya on your travels?
Nope.
She's my servant, but fickle as the wind. Take your eyes off her for but a moment and she's good as gone. If you find her, please be sure to tell me.
Your armor's really cool.
Be sure to tell me if you meet a young woman named Lanya. She's a servant to my house. She's been my companion since childhood. I've lost count of the number of times I've had to find her like this. Honestly, she's such a little tomboy.
Alright, I'll keep an eye out. I'm sure it'll go great. What's up, Wheelneck Man?
I see you've just arrived.
Yep.
Welcome to the Round Table Hold. I'm Corin, a man of the cloth. I teach incantations, the strength granted us by the Two Fingers, and explore the secrets of the Golden Order, so that one day, if a Tarnished of the Round Table Hold should become Elden Lord, I might counsel them, ensuring order regains its proper form, righting rule over men. By the way, do you still see it? The guidance of grace.
I sure do.
You do? Wonderful news. Most Tarnished are blind to it these days. You are something of a rare breed.
Aw, thanks.
What do you say? Care to learn an incantation of the Two Fingers?
Not at the moment,
May
no.
the Golden Order shine through you.
Yeah, you too, buddy. Alright, a few more people to talk to. That's what you get for leaving books sitting around. Hey, what's up, skeleton person? Alright, good talk. Alright, Twin Maiden Husks. Interesting shop. I don't think they have anything that I actually want to buy. No, not at the moment, because I don't think any of this stuff has blood loss buildup. Nope. Few more conversations. The early game of this game has a lot of dialogue. Hello there.
You're a new face. No matter, it's all the same. Lay out your arms. Let's get smithing. The girl you brought here, she's crestfallen and can scarcely swing a blade. But she has a gift for spirit tuning. I saw another one like her long ago. Their eyes share the same hue.
Oh, good to know.
I see you've noticed the chains. Nothing special. I'm a prisoner and these are my chains. I'm trapped by the hold. Undying, smithing for you fools. That's all there is to it. No, don't read too much into it. Well, no grudge against you. My being a prisoner is no fault of yours. Besides, I don't mind smithing. Despite my differences, the weapons get stronger all the same. Given time, technique never fails. Besides, it helps me forget the sheer terror of her.
Good chat. And back to Rodrigo.
It's all a bit much for me, in truth. I'm still looking for my own purpose. You're telling me I possess some kind of gift? I don't believe you. But if I do have this talent, and goodness knows it would be my first, I suppose I should try to hone it, shouldn't I? I'll ask Master Hugh to teach me. Certainly he does appear intimidating and holds no love for us tarnished. But I know he's trapped here at the Round Table Hold, so I can tell. He's a gentle soul underneath it all.
Alright, and run back to him. A lot of back and forth with this setup.
Back already?
Yep.
No matter. Lay out your arms.
About Rodrigo.
What about her?
Would you watch over her?
Are you out of your mind?
Maybe.
Stay with an ugly brute who only knows how to smith. Absurd. Besides, she'd never agree to it.
It's what she wants.
I refuse to believe it. I don't doubt you, but I know when something's too good to be true.
Alright, fair enough. Alright, I think this is our last NPC to talk to.
Greetings, great champion called by grace. I am Fia. Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Round Table Hold. Great champion, would you allow me to hold you? But briefly, perhaps you might share with me some of your lively vigor and your stout-heartedness. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion, and you, I am sure, will bear a Baldakin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act.
So here's another character from the opening cutscene.
Ah, my thanks, great champion. You are very warm.
Yay, terrible item.
What you felt light up inside you was a Baldakin's blessing. Though it is but a fleeting thing, I am afraid. Come back to me.
should you require another, I will take you in my arms as often as you need.
I'd rather never have another one again, but need to keep getting them while progressing your quest line. Alright, see you later. So, that item inadvertently, well, not inadvertently, but screwed over a lot of people in the early games. You know, it's more known now. But, you know, consumable item, use FP, so your magic to temporarily boost poise. And it's like, alright, fine, cool. What it doesn't explain is, you'll notice beneath my stamina bar, there's now a red square with a down arrow. As long as you have one of those Baldurkin blessings, it lowers your character's vigor stat by 1. Which can... I don't know, like, what the actual percent of health it is, but, I know it can add up. Or hurt you, anyway, I should say. So, just use it as soon as you get it, and... because this effect doesn't last very long, anyway. It's gone already. Alright, so yeah. Right now, you know, you can see where my health bar has gone back. So, it's not that terribly much, but it's still... some. So, enough. Anyway. Okay. I've been going for just over an hour now. Got the item I needed and talked to people, so I'll probably do a little bit of grinding off recording, just so I can be a little bit stronger for some of these opening things, because again, this dagger is not very good, and I don't want to have you guys just sit through watching me die over and over and over again, and I also don't want to put myself into a situation where I'll have to do a lot of editing. So, but yeah, so it's, I'm glad to be back to recording, and, hopefully there will be no more gaps now, and nothing more is going to go wrong. But we'll see what happens. But this is where we will drop anchor for today. So, thank you for joining me aboard the Nightingale, and I will see you next time as we continue to sail the sea of games. Until then, keep the wind at your backs and your eyes on the horizon. And fare you well, me hearties.